Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a new series I'm going to begin. This will be my alternate history of the world series. And it's going to start from 1910, which I believe may have been when the Boxer Rebellion happened. But let's say we don't get focused into that, because that was a big deal. So what will happen? Did the Boxer Rebellion happen before? It happened way before. And yeah, borders won't be perfect because I made this, as you can see, kind of maybe off in multiple spots, but it's hard for me to tell because I'm the one that made the map. And then we know Spanish colonies were around. We know El Salvador was much bigger. And we also know Bolivia had a bit of extra land. Belize was part of the UK. And many other things were going on. And yeah. Now, let's go. Let's start with the Balkan Wars in today's video. Maybe World War I will happen in a video in the future. But will the Balkan Wars end the same? Who knows? Will the borders end the same? Maybe not. Which nation will win after this? What nations won't win after it? What nations will and what nations won't? As the Balkan League declares war on the Ottoman Empire. And yeah, this is early. The Balkan Wars in our timeline happened in 1913 and 1912, I believe. And it was a big lead up to World War I. But World War I probably won't be in this video. And will there be a nation that knows? Who knows? That may have time traveled? Probably not, because it's not like pop makes sense. But maybe somebody from the future will appear. What would the world think? Who knows? But yeah, as it started with Serbia and Montenegro invading, quickly followed by a big invasion by Bulgaria and Greece. Bulgaria quickly cuts the Ottomans up here, and they try to push there. Well, Serbia pushes into Macedonia and some Bulgarian troops. Greece starts moving north. Greece makes a landing here. And the Ottoman Empire is kind of getting embarrassed. And yeah, Cyprus is part of the UK. So yeah, pretend you never seen that. With the Albanians revolting. And quickly it happens. The Ottomans still see hope, so they send one more offensive in. Which actually conquers quite a bit of significant land. But it's nothing, as Greece lands here. And they move into the Ottoman Empire. With Bulgaria making an offensive towards Istanbul. With Greece making a landing here. And Serbia sends forces to reinforce Bulgaria's offensive as they take Constantinople, which I think it was still called then. With the Ottoman Empire just surrendering, there will be a peace treaty, and let's see what joins, like it did in the real world. But a big difference I want to draw your attention to is Bulgaria gets more of what they want. So they're not infuriated with what they got. Greece got a bit of Turkey. The Ottoman Empire was almost fully kicked out of Europe, but didn't get, because Bulgaria couldn't really take that big of a city, I guess. Or whatever. Serbia is a bit upset at what they got. And Romania sees this Bulgaria as a bit of a threat. But Albania sees it as an opportunity. And, well, I just realized something that's a big mistake. The Italo-Turkish War hasn't happened yet. And I have that already colored in. Oops. That was in the thumbnail. But we can fix that. You know how? By having the Italo War. But will Italy win? Who knows? Maybe they'll lose. The timeline will switch a bit soon. But right now, a lot of events look to be the same, but not really. It's alternate. But right now, this happens. Italy invades Libya. And this is a good invasion, basically. It goes well because they invade the water. Yep. As they land here. But something visits Turkey. Turkey doesn't know what or who. But it visits them and tells them that this will not go well if they don't change it. But they try to. But It's like this was meant to happen. That spirit that came back doesn't have a country. They haven't taken a country yet. Maybe they will. As this kind of happens. And yeah. And eventually it gets so bad that, well, the Ottoman Empire just loses it. And then they surrender, which means this could have been changed. And some of Italy's colonies didn't get involved, just to let you know, because I would have been all over the world. Also, on this map, I did not put some of the small colonies that Austria and Germany had on. With Serbia wanting to still, in this timeline, unify a world, something odd is going to happen in this timeline. That'll a bit change the timeline. The Ottoman Empire decides to show its strength by invading this nation of the Arabian kingdoms. I don't know, that wasn't unified at the time, just to let you know. I don't think, but I'm going to make it a state for this timeline, because it's alternate, so it doesn't need to be the same. With the Ottoman Empire saying, yeah, we'll win this war quickly, but in fact, it doesn't turn out that well, as they hope. But I can't tell you why. Well, they move in from the north. And they rapidly manage to take this. And they rapidly manage to do this. But they are slowed on one front, as they are actually invaded. And it's a bit, the world doesn't see kindly to this. It becomes funny. And then Britain sees this as an opportunity to weaken the Ottomans for some reason. And so they do that. They do just that, as they disrupt the Ottomans by sending supplies to the Arabians, which allow the Arabians to do this. It's different Arabian kingdoms, most likely, I believe. As they move in far to the north. As they even start an invasion over here. The Arabs make a slight counter-offensive. With this just changing, the tide just changed. The Ottoman Empire is in trouble. As a peace treaty is sent that says if they leave land, that they will. But the Ottomans sent another treaty saying we wanted a little bit of land. So Arabia tries to push them back. But this time it's a failure. So this war didn't go as good as the Ottomans wanted because there was huge casualties. And they thought there would be none. But they still won't budge with this idea. Until they do this. Then the Arabians change their mind. As, yeah. A treaty has come to Northern lands. And then the Dominion of Newfoundland's just chilling. Doing not much. And somehow Britain wasn't a part of the Allies in the thumbnail. Now that's bad. But I will fix the thumbnail probably after that mistake. With Sweden going to be neutral basically. I don't know what else to do in this video, but I think I'll figure it out. And yeah. Look, I forgot another thing. Not big enough to worry about. But the other one is kind of a deal. And so, instead of dealing with some nations, I think, I know Peru didn't do this even anywhere near. Probably might not even do it. But Peru declares war on Ecuador. And Ecuador is slow to surrender. And yeah. They somehow join Ecuador's team. Yep, that's what they do. With them deciding to invade from the south. Which this did happen, but it's not going to end the same. With a huge success. But then Colombia just sees this as an opportunity to gain land. So yeah, one way it deters from reality is that Colombia sees the opportunity and invades Ecuador. Now this is alternate future, well, alternate history. We did a few of this. And then the capital, Quito, falls to Peru. And then what's left falls to Colombia. And the peace treaty is agreed upon these lines that they meet. And yeah, there's one more event that rocks this video. And really does. As Serbia and Bulgaria end up arguing over land, which eventually leads to Serbia declaring war on them, as this is marked as the start of the Third Balkan War. And Serbia has brought allies, guys. Their big ally, Greece, somehow is an ally of them in this video. But the Ottoman Empire just seizes this as an opportunity to get lands back, as they decide they'll help Bulgaria. And now this is a way different Second Balkan War. Way different. As we have Serbia and Greece against them. Yeah, that's similar. But we have the aggressors having a different team, basically. And then Albania gets involved as they claim they want lands from Serbia. Montenegro claims that they're on a team. Everite against Bulgaria, basically. But the Ottomans come to help them, so then it stops being Everite against them. As they move in to far lands, basically, they move in from the north and east. It's a successful, and they move into the Ottoman Empire. But let's see Albania. Okay, Albania's still alive at least. Kinda. Probably holding by the last thread. But the Ottoman Empire helps Bulgaria by attacking Greece in the south. And yeah, it's pretty much a big event. Isn't it interesting, though? Interesting that they're invading this way. As that voice appears again. And yeah, this ain't going to be helpful, but the world has completely changed. As Ottoman troops move into Bulgaria, after taking some Greek islands, but the mainland seems a bit hard to do. But they send troops up to the Romanian front, and within days they march all the way up these lands. What's the lands called? Dubrosia? Is it? As they take out the northwestern area of Romania. Russia's a bit like, you need to stop this now, is what they say. But nobody does stop. With Romania just saying to the rest, we surrender. And yeah. With Albania having success as Bulgaria moves in. And yeah. With the tides having completely changed, the nation of Greece is about to leave the war. Montenegro is told they can just leave now. Basically, just Montenegro is told they can leave, so Montenegro takes the deal. But Serbia doesn't gave a deal, as they're moved into on three fronts. Serbia eventually just gives up, as all hope is lost. And then Greece finally agrees to capitulation, which is an unconditional surrender. So now it's back. Bulgaria gets parts of Serbia and Romania. Albania gets parts of Serbia and Greece. And the Ottoman Empire gets a lot of land. But after this war, the three nations meet in what city? Let's say Sofia. And they agree to an alliance of defense. A defensive alliance called the Sofia Pact. Why is it called that? Because that's where it was signed into agreement. And then the British start seeing this as odd. But this alliance doesn't know what to be more pro and hasn't picked a side yet. But there will be sides to be picked. And lots of sides to be picked, in fact. Here, there, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. 50 likes and we'll do a part 2. So give it 50 likes, please. as that would be great if you could, and it would really make me impressed. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Remember, 50 likes in the next part. Please like, subscribe, comment. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out. But after you subscribe.